Alright, more green-white prowess in standard. We won the die roll. We will play first. And we will mulligan a one-lander with no creatures. But I guess we will keep it 6, a two-lander with no creatures. Lead on Blossoming Sands here. Go up to 21. We can't lose now. That life gain. So yeah, this is what I like to call the Boggles problem. Sometimes this deck just doesn't draw any of its creatures, and then you have hands like this, which are laughably bad. So we're just pretty much rooting for a creature. Mystic Monastery, so we're probably against Jeskai. That matchup hasn't come up much lately, so I'm really not sure how this will play out. Play the Windswept Heath so we can thin our deck a bit. Lands are not what we were hoping to draw. Dragon Fodder. Yep. So we're going to sack a Windswept Heath, get a Plains. Yeah, get a Plains. Really don't need much green mana. Come on, creature. Oh, Myth is actually pretty sweet. Play a Myth. See what he does here. If he plays like a Rabblemaster or something, we're definitely going to be in trouble. I hadn't really thought about that. This deck seems weak to Rabblemaster. More Dragon Fodders. Speaking of Dragon Fodder, I don't know how I feel about that token. That doesn't strike me as a goblin. It's too hairy or something. It kind of looks like not a goblin. Like a Furby or something. Anyway, cycle Pressure Point, because why not? Gets us a counter on our Myth. Draws us a card. Seeker of the Way is nice. I do like Seeker of the Way. Now I almost wouldn't mind one more land here. People leave up double protection spells. But we're definitely playing Seeker. And hoping that one protection spell will be enough. Temple, sure. Little scry action for our opponent. And now what? Jeskai Ascendancy. Yeah, that's a thing. No attacks. Do we want to attack? I think the answer is yes. I think we have to kill him. I think that's the only way we win this game. So we'll attack with our Seeker, see what he does. Then we'll Defiant Strike. Gain some life, blah blah blah, get a counter on our Myth. Is he going to Stoke? That's actually fine, because now we can Johnny's Presence. I think normally it's better to use the indestructible spells first, since the straight up protection is much better for pushing through damage. He gets to loot. Discards and end hostilities. Probably a good call. He untaps his team. We counter the stroke. And what do we draw? Plains. Alright, so we gain 6. He takes 6. We get to leave up our Myth to maybe catch one of the goblins. And we're actually up to 4 cards in our library, so we're getting kind of close to stealing a game with these Become Immense. Play God's Willing, would put that up to 3, become immense up to 10. So we're not quite there, but we're sort of close. See what he does here. Another Ascendancy, alright. Well, if he attacks, we're definitely going to block with our Myth. Worst case, we can God's Willing. He loots away and Anticipate. He got another Stoke. Stoke the Flames. Targeting me, okay. Well, we will take our 4 damage. He gets to double loot, double pump his creatures. Pitches land. Untaps. Nope. He's looting again first, okay. Then he's untapping twice. He has another Stoke. So he's going to do it again. Well, hitting 3 stroke with the Flames is pretty annoying. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So now we're just dead. Well, I have to say he got a smidge lucky there. 3 strokes in the top few cards. So Banishing Lights seem good. Our other Dramoka's Command. Get rid of Ephemeral Shield, a Pressure Point, doesn't do much, and Become Immense. Run it back like that. Alright, back here with game 2. We will play first again. Not horrible. Could use another land. Banishing Light on his Ascendancy is pretty sweet. We do have a Myth, which I'm sure he probably has an Erase or something for after sideboarding. Play the Blossoming Sand. So we do have our mana now for the Banishing Light, which is nice. So our opponent plays a Scry land. We're just going to play a Seeker here. We can use Ephemeral Shields to protect it if we need to. Which we will do. Tap our Seeker. Gets us a counter, etc. Maybe we should use Defiant Strike there. Does basically the same thing, except it draws us a card. Yeah, that was probably a better play. Because Ephemeral Shields can actually save us from a 3 or 4 mana burn spell, when Defiant Strike only saves Seeker from a 2 mana burn spell. We'll see. If he plays an Ascendancy here, that's excellent. Yep. So now we can just Banishing Light the Ascendancy before anything crazy starts happening. Hit him for 3, gain 3. That also might increase the chances of our Myth surviving, since if he has an Erase or something, he might have to go after the Banishing Light to get back his Ascendancy. Another Wild Slash, so that takes care of our Seeker. Follows it up by Anticipate. So now I think, regardless of what happens, we're probably attacking with our Myth and Defiant Striking. Well, now we're going to play another myth. Attack with the big myth. And we'll Defiant Strike to draw a card and get some counters. Another Blossoming Sands actually isn't bad. Play the tap land. Puts us all the way up to 25. He's down to 9. We have some good pressure, and we're getting close to playing our exemplars here. He's going to pass. See what we draw. God's willing. Alright, so we are going to, I guess, attack with both myths. He's going to Stoke, which will respond to with a Defiant Strike. And that does it. That pumps our the one he was stoking up to a 5/5 out of Stoke range. So that went much better. Yeah, I think we're just going to run it back like this. Display of Dominance is an interesting card. It does kill Jeskai Ascendancy, but it doesn't seem to do a whole lot in this matchup. So yeah, I think we'll just ship it back. Go to game 3, see how it goes. 1 land. Some cards that we want, but only 1 land. We have 22 lands in our deck, have 10 green sources. So our odds of drawing one aren't great. I think we gotta ship this. Ugh. Jeez. This is even worse, but I don't really want to go to 5. We have a couple of really good cards if we get to them, but the land thing. Well, if we draw 1 land, Pressure Point isn't the worst. We can probably draw a card off it. We're really hoping to get 2 Dromoka's Command to kill an Ascendancy. Well, that is a land. So now we're definitely just pressure pointing a goblin to draw a card. Maybe I should have played Seeker there. Really, there we go. Now we have a green source. Oh, another Dromoka's Command. Geez, alright, what's the play? I guess we can play Seeker and let him kill it, which I'm sure is what's going to happen. He might be worried about our 1 mana protection spells. If he lets us untap, that's awesome. Then we have pretty much guaranteed 2 for 1. Especially if he plays Ascendancy here and tries to set up for next turn. Oh, things would be so sweet. No attacks, no nothing. Excellent. And another land. Alright. So we're just going to play Blossoming Sands. Pass back. If he plays a Stoke or something, we can Dromoka's Command to prevent the damage and fight a goblin. Pretty sweet. Soulfire Grandmaster. We are going to want to kill that. I think we gotta wait until our turn though. Alright, so now we Dromoka's Command, put a +1/+1 counter on our Seeker, fight the Soulfire. And we have a couple of ways to protect, hopefully. He's going to go with Stoke. He goes with Stoke. Does he have another burn spell? I think we're just going to try to Artful Maneuver. And now we actually get to attack with our Seeker. That was pretty sweet. We are up to 34. He's down to 19. And that was a blowout. So he can become immense, but it takes our whole turn. Looks like he's going to Stoke again. Yep. Alright. Anticipate. So we would like to draw another land before we play Monastery Mentor so we can protect it. Either that or a 1-mana protection spell. Either would be acceptable. Alright, so we'll ship the turn back here. Rebound, we are not going to cast. What do we draw? Shields. Shields is fine. Play Monastery Mentor. Hopefully use our ephemeral shields to protect it. Jeskai Ascendancy. Yep. That's what Dramoka's command is for. What's he have? He's going to try to kill Mentor. You know what? I think we have to do this anyway. Even though it doesn't work. But I think we really need that token. So obviously it's not saving. Not going to save our Mentor. But leaves us a token which lets us fight and kill a goblin and make him sack the Jeskai Ascendancy, which was what we needed. Otherwise, we got to do some really janky stuff to kill the Ascendancy. So, and another Mentor, sweet. So anyway, we can't play that this turn. We just need to get rid of the Ascendancy. So he is going to sack an enchantment, and we are going to fight a goblin with our monk. Prowess gives us a free kill. Hit him for 2. I don't think we need to become immense here. I think we'll save that as a form of protection for our next Mentor. Because we got 5 here, we can play a Mentor and use Become Immense to counter a burn spell. Looks like he's going to Treasure Cruise, yep. Gets him some more cards. Plays a land, and ships the turn. Alright, what do we draw? Ephemeral Shields, alright, so we're playing Monastery Mentor. Now we actually have 2 protection spells, neither of which save us from Glare of Heresy. Lightning Strike. So I think we'll just become immense. Gets us a monk, saves our Mentor in theory. And we still have our ephemeral shields. I'm assuming he won't attack. Play our Blossoming Sands. Swing with the team. Makes a bunch of tokens. Let's see how he blocks. Alright, so with those blocks, ordering's fine. Ephemeral Shields triggers Prowess. So this is going to give us another token, wipe out all his tokens, in theory. If he has a Wild Slash, that would be... Oh, he has another Stoke. He has all the Stokes. This man, drawing every Stoke possible. So we have one Prowess token. He only has one Stoke left in his deck, thank God. What do we draw? Windswept Teeth. Play that. We'll crack it. Gets us another card for Become Immense, and also thins our deck slightly. Soulfire is kind of annoying. Just get a Plains. Banishing Light is not horrible at all. Banishing Light should be able to get rid of that Soulfire. I guess we can trade our 2 tokens for his 1. I mean, we could keep it alive, but I'd rather save that for the next thing we draw. Let's draw something good, a creature. Artful Maneuver, not what we were hoping for. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked with that token there. Maybe it's more valuable to leave it alive. Myth is sweet. I do like that. Now we can start pumping our Myth. Chinese Presence. I think we just pass one more turn. Double pump our Myth again. And after that, we might be to attacking time. What's he got? Dragon Fodder, yep. So Myth is up to a 3/3. If we don't draw a creature, I think we're going to start attacking. Start getting in there with our Myth. We got so many things in our hand. I think it's worth it. Is he going to block? Yep, he blocks. Don't think we need to cast anything then. Just ship the turn back. Try it again next turn. What's he have here? 1, 2, Anticipate. Ascendancy is a little annoying with what we currently have in our hand. Although we're pretty close to one-shotting him. We'll add another counter to our Myth. Seeker's sweet, but I think we're still going to attack first. See if we can get him to chump away the last token. Yep. So there's the chump. Play a Seeker of the Way and pass back. So I think we're in pretty good shape. He passes the turn. We'll play a land. Activate our Myth. So do we just kill him here? Do we go for it? Well, I think we're definitely Defiant striking. Probably should have done that on the Seeker for the extra point of life, but I don't think it really matters. See what we draw. Vanishing Light, sweet. So right now we're hitting for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Do we go for it? Do we go for it? Do we go for it? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Artful Maneuver. Get some more triggers. I guess a bounce spell is the thing that we're kind of worried about. A burn spell isn't really a problem. Bounce spell. Just a huge Secure the Waste. Alright. That's fine too. So now let's see how he blocks. Now we'll pass, see how the blocks go. If he doesn't block either one for some reason, I think we just win. Yep, he's blocking them all. Yep, so we'll just Johnny's Presence, our Myth. Get some more triggers. Wipe out pretty much his entire Secure the Waste. So yeah, indestructible. Kill a ton of things. Ship the turn. We're up to a massive 36 life. I'm assuming he's on the chump blocking plan. What do we draw? Oh yeah, we have Artful Maneuver coming back. We'll toss that on our Seeker of the Way. More counters, more life. I guess the question is, do we want to go for it again? That would require us banishing light on his token, which I don't especially like. I think we'll just attack with both, take the more patient route. Valorous Stance, we can't do anything about that. So yeah, I'm definitely glad we didn't Banishing Light that token then. If he draws an Ascendancy, we're definitely going to want it. Windswept Heath, not great. Raise the Alarm. Not blocking, that's good. Oh, we'll keep thinning our deck of lands. Temple for him. So cantrips, exemplars, any of that stuff would be nice. I am not sure why he's going on the aggressive plan, given the current life totals. There's an exemplars, that's sweet. So we will get in with Seeker. Play an exemplars and ship the turn. Gonna Wild Slash our Seeker, yep. What do we get now? God's Willing, excellent. So we'll start beating with exemplars. Odd game. It's mostly just us playing threats, trying to kill him, him playing tokens, chumping our threats. We've both drawn way more lands than we really need. I'm also a little nervous about just going for the win, because he seems to always have something. Another temple for him. Definitely glad we have this God's Willing. That's our ace in the hole. Another exemplars. Well, that's sweet. I don't think we're going to play it though, because we did see End Hostility. He probably has taken out of his deck, but we'll save that if somehow he deals with this one. He did the pump fake on his planes and now decided to ship the turn. Valor stance on our upkeep. Alright, so we will God's Willing in response. First strike and lifelink, I guess. Get in there with exemplars and ship the turn. What does he have? Can he stop our exemplars? He's tapping a lot for an Elspeth. Alright. If he tries to kill it, oh, he's going to make the tokens. Alright. That's fine. So we will Banishing Light the Elspeth and tap a creature. Actually, no. Maybe we just... yeah, we're still going to do that. We can play enough spells that it doesn't really... we don't need to after a token. Defiant Strike our exemplars. Tap a creature. Draw a card. Myth realized. Play Myth. Tap the last creature. And that'll do it. We got there. A long and drawn out battle against Jeskai tokens, but we comboed off and won the match. Awesome. This deck is super sweet. I've been having a ton of fun, and I think I've only lost one match playing the two-man queues, and that was against a deck that I mulled to 5 2 out of the 3 games. Won the middle games against Abs and Aggro, mulled to 5 the first and third games, and had really sketchy hands. Other than that, we're on a bit of a heater with our green-white Prowess deck. Anyway, that's all for now.